everyone. It's Miss Brenda from the Wichita Children's Theater and Dance Center. I have a fun story to share with you today. It's called Guess How Much I Love You by Sam McBratney. After we read the story, we'll act it out together. So find a comfortable place to sit in front of your screen and let's get started. Guess How Much I Love You by Sam McBratney. Guess how much I love you. There goes little brown hair and big brown hair hopping along. That looks like a lot of fun, doesn't it? Little nut brown hair, who was going to bed, held on tight to big nut brown hair's very long ears. He wanted to be sure that big nut brown hair was listening. Guess how much I love you, he said. Oh, I don't think I could guess that, said big nut brown hair. This much, said little nut brown hair, stretching out his arms as wide as they could go. Big nut brown hair had even longer arms. But I love you this much, he said. That is a lot, thought little nut brown hair. I love you as high as I can reach, said little nut brown hair. I love you as high as I can reach, said big nut brown hair. That is very high, thought little nut brown hair. I wish I had arms like that. Then little nut brown hair had a good idea. He tumbled upside down and reached up the tree trunk with his feet. I love you all the way up to my toes, he said. And I love you all the way up to your toes, said big nut brown hair, swinging him up over his head. I love you as high as I can hop, laughed little nut brown hair, bouncing up and down. But I love you as high as I can hop, smiled big nut brown hair, and he hopped so high that his ears touched the branches above. That's good hopping, thought little nut brown hair. I wish I could hop like that. I love you all the way down the lane as far as the river, cried little nut brown hair. I love you across the river and over the hills, said big nut brown hair. That's very far, thought little nut brown hair. He was almost too sleepy to think anymore. Then he looked beyond the thorn bushes, out into the big dark night. Nothing could be farther than the sky. They're getting ready for tuck-in time. Big nut brown hair is picking up little nut brown hair. I love you right up to the moon, he said, and closed his eyes. Oh, that's far, said big nut brown hair. That is very far. Oh, look, little nut brown hair has fallen asleep. Big nut brown hair settled little nut brown hair into his bed of leaves. He settled him in bed. He leaned over and kissed him good night. Then he lay down close by and whispered with a smile, I love you right up to the moon and back. Are you ready to act out our story? Let's go. The two characters in our story are bunny rabbits. If you were a bunny rabbit, what would you have instead of hands? That's right, you'd have paws. Can you show me how you have bunny rabbit paws? Great. And on top of your head, you would have long, floppy ears. Can you pretend like you have long, floppy ears like a bunny rabbit? And you'd have a wiggly nose. Can you wiggle your nose like a bunny rabbit? Good. And you'd have a cotton tail that you could wiggle too. And would you walk? Would you walk? No, you'd hop. Can you hop like a bunny? Have your paws and your floppy ears and your wiggly nose? Great job. I think we're ready to act out our story. It's easy. All you have to do is listen to me tell this story and act out what I say we're doing. First, I'm going to pretend to be Little Nut Brown Hare. Little Nut Brown Hare was going to bed, and he held on tight to Big Nut Brown Hare's ears to make sure he was listening. Guess how much I love you? Oh, I don't think I could guess that, said Big Nut Brown Hare. Little Nut Brown Hare stretched his arms wide. Can you stretch your arms wide like Little Nut Brown Hare? I love you this much, said Little Nut Brown Hare. Well, Big Nut Brown Hare, you can stand up to be Big Nut Brown Hare, had even longer arms. He stretched them very wide. Can you stretch your arms as wide as they can go? And he said, but I love you this much, said Big Nut Brown Hare. That is a lot, said Little Nut Brown Hare. Well, I love you as high as I can reach. Can you stretch your arms up very high like Little Nut Brown Hare? But Big Nut Brown Hare could stretch even higher. Stand up and stand on your tippy toes and see if you can stretch really high. But I love you as high as I can reach, said Big Nut Brown Hare. Oh, that is very high, thought Little Nut Brown Hare. I wish I had arms like that. But then Little Nut Brown Hare had a good idea. He tumbled upside down and he stretched his feet up to the top of a tree. Can you tumble upside down and stretch your legs up into the air? I love you all the way up to my toes, said Little Nut Brown Hare. But Big Nut Brown Hare swooped Little Nut Brown Hare up in his arms. Can you pretend like you've got Little Nut Brown Hare? And swing him up really high. And I love you all the way up to your toes, said Big Nut Brown Hare. Well, I love you as high as I can hop, said Little Nut Brown Hare, bouncing up and down. Can you jump all over like your Little Nut Brown Hare? Bouncing and bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. But Big Nut Brown Hare could hop even higher. I love you as high as I can hop, said Big Nut Brown Hare. And he jumped so high that his arms touched the tree branches. Can you jump as high as you can? I can touch my ceiling. Well, that's good hopping, thought Little Nut Brown Hare. Oh, I wish I could hop like that. I love you all the way down the lane to the river, said Little Nut Brown Hare. Can you say that with me? I love you all the way down the lane to the river. Wow. I love you across the river and over the hills, said Big Nut Brown Hare. Can you say that with me? Well, I love you across the river and over the hills. Good job. Oh, that's far, thought Little Nut Brown Hare. That's very far. Then, almost too sleepy to think anymore, can you yawn and stretch like Little Nut Brown Hare? Oh. Little Nut Brown Hare looked beyond the thorn bushes and up into the big dark sky. Nothing could be higher than the sky. I love you right up to the moon, said little nut brown hare. Can you say that with me? Pretend you're little nut brown hare and you can point up to the moon. I love you right up to the moon, said little nut brown hare. And then he closed his eyes. You can close your eyes and go to sleep like little nut brown hare. Oh, that's far. That's very far, said big nut brown hare. Pretend like you're gonna tuck little nut brown hare into bed. Big nut brown hare settled little nut brown hare down into his bed of leaves and tucked him all in. And then he leaned over and gave him a kiss. Can you pretend to give little nut brown hare a kiss? You can blow him a kiss. And then he laid down right beside him and he whispered with a smile, I love you right up to the moon and back. Can you say that with me? I love you right up to the moon and back. And that's the story of Guess How Much I Love You. Do you have someone in your life, or maybe more than one someone, that you love like little nut brown hare loved big nut brown hare? Maybe it's your mom or your dad, your grandma or your grandpa, a brother or a sister. Well, here's something fun you can do this week to show them how much you love them. You can make a Guess How Much I Love You card. It's really easy. This is how you can do it. When I made my card, I took a colored piece of paper and I glued a white piece of paper on the outside and on the inside of the colored piece of paper. Now, you don't even have to be that fancy. You could just simply take a piece of paper and fold it in half to make a card like this, or you could take a piece of paper and fold it in 4 pieces to make a card. So you would fold it in half and fold that in half again. That's an easy way to make a card. Then, on the outside of my card, I wrote, Guess How Much I Love You. If you don't know how to spell words yet, you could always get mom or dad or somebody older to help you with that. Then on the inside of my card, I said more than chocolate cake. I'm going to give this card to my mom because she has a birthday coming up, and I can give her the card and I can bake her a chocolate cake, and she will love that a lot. So I drew a picture of a cake with some candles and I wrote more than chocolate cake. So when my mom gets her card, it'll say, Guess how much I love you. And she might think, I don't know if I can guess that. And she'll open it up and it'll say, more than chocolate cake. But you know what? You can put whatever you want on the inside of your card. Maybe you love your special person more than ice cream. Or maybe you love them more than a big sunshiny day. Whatever you would like to say to tell your special person how much you love them, they will love to hear, and they'll love to get your card. Or you could even say, I love you right up to the moon and back. Well, thank you so much for doing drama with me today. It's always fun. And I hope that you can come see us at the Wichita Children's Theater and Dance Center soon. Come take a class or see a show. And in the meantime, keep tuning into our YouTube posts. Thanks so much. We'll see you later. Bye now.